So for the first time since the start of my credit card journey, I no longer have an Amex Platinum card, a Gold card, or even an Amex Green card in my arsenal any longer. All of these cards have since been canceled and or downgraded for a greater purpose down the line. And you might be wondering, if I don't need these cards anymore, what exactly did I replace it with? And so around September of last year, you guys know I used up all of the benefits for my Platinum card, but I realized the annual fee was hitting and I no longer wanted to pay that $6.95 any longer. So what did I decide to do? I decided to downgrade it down to the Amex Gold card for the future. And I used those benefits for a very long time, the Resi credits, dining credits, all these different things. But recently I got hit with that 325 annual fee and I said, I don't really feel like paying that 325 right now, right? I just got two surpasses. I got a venture card that'll pay for all three of those annual fees almost. And I could make better use out of those cards versus this one right now. So I said, maybe I'll just downgrade it. So I ended up downgrading that card to the Amex Green card. And then, well, I said, $150 annual fee is still a little bit too much. I don't really want to pay for that. So I ended up downgrading it again. Some of you may be confused. I thought the green card was the lowest version. Well, if you've been watching my channel for the last year, you know that there is one other downgrade option. Say it with me, the Amex traditional green card. That's right. This is a credit card that has a $55 annual fee, and it quite literally is the step down version of the green card. It doesn't really earn anything remotely interesting. It actually does not even earn MR points whatsoever. So you can't even use this as an anchor for your MR points in case you get rid of all of your MR cards, which I'll address in a second. And actually a secret way to anchor all of your MR points in case you get rid of like the big three like I did. And so you might be wondering, it's a $55 annual fee card. It doesn't earn MR points. What is the purpose of getting this card and get rid of your valuable Amex credit cards? What is the point of all this? Well, let's talk about it. So, number one, addressing your first point. Okay, Anthony, if you got rid of your gold, green, and your platinum, what happened to your Amex points? What's going on? Because we know if we remove those MR point earning cards and you don't have an anchor for those points, like having a Blue Business Plus, what have you, those points disappear. They go out into the ether. You need those cards to keep your points intact. Well, just know, if no one ever told you before, well, it was something I theorized for many years and was confirmed by Points with Philip. I did a video with him recently, and Ian and a few other people on the live stream I did yesterday, which is if you have an Amex personal or business checking account, those accounts and their debit cards, respectively, do earn membership award points, and they do hold your Amex points intact should there be a situation like me where you cancel your gold, green, and the platinum. So if nothing else, if you have an Amex personal or an Amex business checking account, those do retain your MR. And fun fact, those points that you get from the Amex checking account or just using it as an anchor for your other Amex points, yeah, those accounts still have transfer partners. Literally, you can transfer, like Phil did, 30,000 MR points over to Air France right within his checking account, which is absolutely insane. If you have no chart, like no MR earning cards, but you get like the business checking bonus, where do the points go? Like, how do I
I
see them?
have the answer to that. So yeah,
Okay.
so the white one. I also have the gray one too. So she
Hmm.
got the checking bonus, but she doesn't have any other MR cards. But we use those 30,000 Amex points to transfer to Air France for the booking that I just made today. And it looked like it
Oh,
was a full list. So the Hilton was on there, Virgin,
huh.
like Aero Mexico. So like it looked like it was pretty close to a full list now. So they may be kind of opening that up a little bit. It seems like.
And I don't think most people are aware that's possible. So over the years, a lot of people said like, "Oh, you need a Blue Business Plus to keep that anchor for your MR points." Well, you don't actually need that. You really just need the checking accounts, and you're all good. So I thought that was pretty interesting. The second thing is, I was completely okay with those points being completely swept away from me because I only had literally 68 points left. I have redeemed literally at this point, and it's probably going to go higher, but about 1.5 million points for some upcoming travels I have to Italy and Puerto Rico and some other destinations. And so with that, I have now in the last year drained about 350,000 American Express points, to which I literally have 68 points left. So if they disappeared forever, I was okay with that because I just don't have any right now. And not to say I won't get these cards in the future, but it's a part of the strategy. And so if you were wondering, like, is this card completely useless? Well, I think it's super useful for a couple of reasons. Yes, it is a $55 annual fee card that doesn't earn MR, but technically, if you pay an extra $40, so 95 total, they can add MR points to the account, so it can actually earn and retain MR points in this way. So you kind of get a old abridged $95 Amex green card like we had back in 2019 before, right? And so it doesn't really earn well. It's like 2x travel. It doesn't give you a credit for anything. It's not special. It's just an MR earning card. That's why I'm keeping it as a $55 annual fee card. And I'm keeping it as a part of the strategy going forward because I'm keeping it as a placeholder. And I've articulated this in the past. Some people like this, some people haven't liked this. But I just feel, in my opinion, for the times now where I don't need any of this trio, right? I don't need lounge access because most of my travels going forward are not going to land me in airports where I need to go to Delta Sky Clubs or Centurion lounges. I'm going to be going to Chase lounges I have with my Ritz-Carlton AU, and I have business class Emirates looking forward to. They have a lounge there as well at JFK. And some of my other flights are going from Charlotte, but I'm not going to be there for very long. And so, at least for the next year, I don't need lounge access. I don't need Resi credits. I don't need Uber Cash. I don't need any of those different things that come along with those cards because I'm getting those in other ways just through my other travels. And so, why foot the bill of an extra 325, 150, or even 695 if I don't have to? And so, instead of just canceling altogether and just getting rid of all my annual fees, I think it's actually a smarter choice to downgrade to the traditional green. So this way, when the time comes when I want those cards again, inevitably in the future, there's always a possibility where I can just re-upgrade back to the green. And you guys know that when you get the green card, very often, very quickly, they'll offer you an upgrade offer back to the gold. So usually they'll be like, okay, spend $2,000 and in the next 3 months, and we'll give you 30,000 membership reward points. Okay, cool. Now you have an extra 30K points, and you have a discount in Amex Gold. Maybe down the line, at some point in the future, you get another upgrade offer from gold to platinum. You spend $3,000 for 50,000 membership reward points. Wham bam, you're back up to your platinum card, and your 80,000 membership reward points richer, which I think is a very good plan. And so to save yourself in the future, so you don't have to reapply for a new card, you don't have to take another Chase 524 hit, you don't have to take another hard inquiry. This can just literally be your $55 a year placeholder for in the event in the future that you want those cards again, you can upgrade, no harm, no foul. Now, you might be wondering also, how do you get this card? And the answer is, well, just know you can't downgrade like a platinum or a gold straight to the traditional green. You have to go to green first. So green first, and then it somehow in the system unlocks the ability to get you to the traditional green. Now, this also depends on the rep that you get. Some reps are more knowledgeable than others. I had a rep, a few days ago that wasn't fully sure about the traditional green. And then the one after said they were able to do it. And just for the proof, here's my Amex account right now. You can see it literally says traditional green. You could see all my other accounts that are canceled. I mean, it's current, it's up to date. I don't know what you want from me. And so basically that's all it is downgrade to the green, wait a couple of days, and then say, hey, can I downgrade to the traditional green? To which, if you have a good rep, they will say yes. And then again, make sure you have some sort of anchor for your MR points if you're going to do this. Either it's Amex Business, personal checking account, an Amex BBP. If you have an old everyday card that earns MR points, something that earns MR points to retain your points so you don't lose everything, right? Don't come back here in the comments and say like, oh, I lost everything because of you, Anthony. Don't say that because I'm telling you now. And so you might be wondering like, why, I guess, after all of this, like, what is my mind changed on American Express, going forward? Do I think they're terrible cards? The answer is obviously no. I mean, it's on my shirt still, for crying out loud. Amex is still great. Amex is still the GOAT for a lot of different things, earnings categories, credits, lounge access, all these different things. The Platinum card is still, the beast travel card that it is. It's just for my particular travels that are going forward in the next year or so. I don't need some of the credits and the benefits and some of the lounge access that comes on those cards because I've been gracious and I've been blessed with some friends that have given me lounge access in other ways via like VentureX authorized users or Ritz-Carlton authorized users. And even just, again, booking business class on certain airlines will give you lounge access as well. So it just depends where you're traveling. It depends how you're traveling and why I don't necessarily need this card right now. I'm not saying I won't get it again in the near future. You never know what life holds. But I found that after spending so many different, points and currencies over this past couple months, just booking out trips, is that now that I'm bankrupt on a lot of different currencies, I'm trying to find other ways to get a lot of value back and a lot of points back, to replenish my stash. So what I found is that, American Express and Hilton right now is absolutely killing it. I got 2 Hilton Surpass cards, just hit the welcome offer on one. We have some Hilton timeshares coming up. And by the end of my whole escapades of Hilton in the next couple of months, I should have close to 500,000 Hilton points, which will push us forward for the future. So I love my American Express cards and I love that for the future. future. But I also understand that there are some other cards like the Venture card, Hilton cards, and what have you that have annual fees that I'd rather pay those right now to earn welcome offers for future travels than to just keep reaping the benefits of just the inherent credits, but the small value on some of these cards, at least in this time when I'm trying to replenish my stash. So definitely we'll have Amex cards in the future again. 80,000 MR points is no slouch when you're talking about upgrading when that time comes. I'm always going to want to go back to my Centurion or Delta Sky Clubs, but at least in the time being, I think it makes a lot of sense to go green, and not just regular green, but traditional green for the time being. So, what about you? Are you interested in getting the traditional green card, or is this just too ridiculous? Let me know down below. And as always, if you want to hear some more in depth strategies just like this, join the free newsletter or the free Venture Capital Discord linked in the pinned comment below. We're always talking about crazy stuff and crazy strategies. So, join that if you want to be a part of the whole community. Appreciate you guys for being here all the way to the end. And if you want to see my general credit card strategy for 2025, a little bit of it has changed, but a lot of it's preserved, you can check out this video right here. I hope to see you there. I hope you get some value from it. And as always, travel, enjoy, be safe, have fun, and take care. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you.